Big news from the Caribbean. The Atlantic hurricane season may be winding down, but it's not going quietly. The 18th named storm, likely to be called Sara, is stirring up in the Caribbean, and it could impact the Gulf of Mexico next week. Right now, the National Hurricane Center is watching a low-pressure area in the Caribbean Sea known as Invest 99L. They're on high alert, and the first Hurricane Hunter flight mission is set to take off soon. Over the next day or two, we expect this system to become better defined, possibly forming into a tropical depression in this area. If it strengthens as projected, it could soon be named Tropical Storm Sara. With record warm waters and minimal wind shear, conditions are ripe for development. So, what's the next step? Sara could become a hurricane in the Western Caribbean within days. But here's where it gets tricky. Forecasts show Sara may drift west, affecting Central America and the Yucatan Peninsula. Slow movement could bring heavy rains, flash floods, and mudslides to these areas. Later, if it changes course, we might even see Sara impact Cuba or the Gulf Coast next week. A cold front pushing down from the US could turn Sara northward, sending it into the southern Gulf or even toward Florida by mid-next week. But right now, the storm's path and strength remain uncertain. November storms aren't common, but they're far from rare. Since the satellite era began in 1966, we've seen one storm nearly every year. And with warm waters still in the Caribbean, all signs suggest we could have a late-season surprise. As this story develops, we'll bring you the latest, so if you're in the Caribbean or the Gulf Coast, keep your eyes on the forecast. This storm is worth watching. Stay safe, stay informed, subscribe for updates.